But first, before we start, I want to talk a little bit about some of the techniques that we will be doing. The important thing of, for instance, nasal breathing. Why is this so important? I get these questions a lot, like should I breathe through the nose with these sessions or through the mouth? Well, the reason why we breathe through the nose is, first of all, very practical. You filter out, of course, the dust and the pollen and the particles, even some bacteria and viruses. You filter that out, which is great. Secondly, you moisturize the air. Otherwise, if you breathe through the mouth, it comes into the lungs very dry, and if you breathe too long, it will dry out not just your mouth, but also your lungs. So that's why you breathe through the nose. Also, which is important, that you make the air the temperature of the body. Especially if you're in very cold environments, you have to warm up the air a little bit first before it enters into the lungs. Now, on a deeper level, very importantly, the nose creates a kind of gas. It's called nitric oxide, and this is a very important gas. It's a dilator. It opens up the cardiovascular system. It opens up the bronchites, so that your lungs, the bronchites, these small lung sacs, they will open up a little bit more. The vascular system, all these small veins, tiny veins, they will start to open up a little bit more as well, so that the blood can flow better and the body can get more oxygenated. Also, nitric oxide is a very important gas to kill viruses. So especially for some of you, if you're worrying about viruses, breathe very slowly through the nose. But these reasons is why we breathe through the nose in these pranayama practices. And another very important thing also is, as we're gonna do this more and more subtle, more and more slow, is that you can start to focus on how the air slowly enters into the nose cavity, and you can almost feel it pass the brain. And this is a very important point to focus on if you want to breathe yourself into a kind of meditative state, so that you can become one-pointed. It's called dharana in the yoga practice. One-pointed attention, and then you can enter into a state of meditation. So, breathing through the nose is, for those reasons, very important. Another good thing with the nose breathing is, if you constantly breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, especially if you want to do meditation, you have to move some parts of the body. So when you have the mouth closed and the tongue against the roof of the mouth for meditation practices, it's very helpful to just breathe through the nose. Now, we're going to do in this practice what it's called the bee's breath, or an om chanting. You have to see which one you want to do, but making a sound like scientific studies have shown, it's almost as if all these wonderful yogis in the ancient past already did these studies, but that making a sound like this will increase the amount of nitric oxide that's being produced in the nose up to 15 times. So it's not just a spiritual practice making a humming sound like or om, but on a practical, more scientific, physical level, it greatly improves your whole health with doing these kind of practices. So if you want to learn more about this, I would say find out more yourself. It's called nitric oxide being produced in the nose by nasal breathing. And especially making the sound of will resonate certain kind of glands which will produce this type of gas, and it's really beneficial for your health. Okay, what we are going to do in this practice is taking some time first